If they can't stand and applaud you and stand up for the right of innocent people like your daughter, what does that party stand for? I found it repulsive.
They don't stand for anything humane. They don't stand for us as citizens. They don't stand for our security. They don't stand for honorable things that we need in this country. And it's very disgraceful to us as U.S. citizens that those are the people that we have here in Congress and House and Senate. It's disgusting.
Members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum. The chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
All right, starting off the night, you had Representative Al Green getting kicked out of the speech for hooting and hollering and protesting towards Donald Trump. Eventually, he was ordered out of the room. Again, I don't think anyone is surprised. However, the night gets even more crazy.
Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. With the name Kennedy, you would have thought everybody over here would have been cheering. How quickly they forget.
I cannot believe this happened. Donald Trump noticed, like, hey, Democrats are not clapping or standing for anything, not even a Kennedy, but in this photo right here, you'll notice Democrats are not even standing or clapping. In this photo, this was taken when people were honoring Lake and Riley, and by the way, it gets even worse and worse as the night goes on.
This was a horrific night for the opposition party. It started out with Al Green getting thrown off the House floor because he couldn't keep his emotions under control. Then they had the ridiculous paddles, which now social media is roasting.
That you said false on one side and
ridiculous.
Elon on
and
the
then
other.
finally, and maybe most terribly, the Democrats who couldn't find it in their heart to stand for objectively good things, including the 95-year-old mother of Mark Fogel and Mark, who got rescued from a Russian prison. And they couldn't even stand up for that.
Okay, so believe it or not, it's about to get even worse. Now, I need to show you a clip that was one of the most emotional parts of the night. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I teared up a little bit because I thought this moment was so beautiful until it was ruined.
I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
Okay, so that young hero being held by his very proud father is DJ. He is a cancer survivor. He's not even supposed to be here. He defeated all the odds and he got the honorary slot as an agent in the Secret Service. However, MSNBC, they saw it a bit different.
But I think this was a lesson in finding one thing that you let yourself feel. And I let myself feel joy about DJ, and I hope he's alive for another, 95 years, right? And I hope he lives and the life he wants to live. He wants to be a cop. He knows what he wants to do. And maybe when you have childhood cancer, that crystallizes for you. And I hope he has a long life as a law enforcement officer. But I hope he never has to defend the United States Capitol against Donald Trump supporters. And if he does, I hope he isn't one of the 6 who loses his life to suicide.
What?
And I hope he isn't one who has to testify against the people who carried out acts of seditious conspiracy and then live to see Donald Trump pardon those people.
And guess what? It doesn't even end there. It gets even worse. Of course, Rachel Maddow has to say something as well.
For the record, and this is disgusting, the president made a spectacle out of praising a young man who thus far survived pediatric cancer, as if the president had something to do with that. This was in the midst of him praising Doge. The Doge cuts, among other things, have cut off funding for ongoing research into pediatric cancer.
The part that I find very shocking about Rachel Maddow is that she acknowledges that she knows this is a young hero who survived brain cancer. But as you can see on the screen, you see things like Musk steals, Musk steals, Musk steals. This is because there was this constant narrative that we need to save the federal workers. Doge is getting rid of the federal workers. It's all Elon Musk's fault and Donald Trump's fault. And somehow Rachel Maddow really tried to change the narrative of a special moment into the save the federal workers and Musk steals type talk.
Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes.
So one of the interesting things tonight about Donald Trump's State of the Union address is just how it had layers and layers of ugliness and distraction and crazy stories and stuff that would make a fact checker's head explode.
Okay, look, this is why I love making these videos. Do you know the irony of Elizabeth Warren claiming that Donald Trump's speech was all about distractions and creating a spectacle? Meanwhile, there are photos of Elizabeth Warren and videos of her going through her phone during the Donald Trump speech. Now you tell me, what's the distraction here?
If they can't stand and applaud you and stand up for the right of innocent people like your daughter, what does that party stand for? I found it repulsive.
They don't stand for anything humane. They don't stand for us as citizens. They don't stand for our security. They don't stand for honorable things that we need in this country. And it's very disgraceful to us as U.S. citizens that those are the people that we have here in Congress and House and Senate. It's disgusting.
Look, I am not even trying to push a narrative, and I'm not trying to over-exaggerate when I say the majority of Democrats almost never stood or clapped the entire time. I dare you, go look at the raw footage. It's almost every single time, and Donald Trump even called it out on multiple occasions. Man, you guys are never going to stand up or clap for anything, so what's the point for me to even try and appease you guys?
To the results. What was your reaction to Trump's speech? 44% of speech watchers in our instant poll tonight say they had a very positive reaction to Trump's speech. 25% somewhat positive, 31% negative.
The media and our friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation. We must have legislation to secure the border. But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
Now, one thing I want to point out is that the left-leaning media and a lot of Democrats, they sort of already tried to form what the narrative was going to be at the very beginning of the night.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
That ain't true. That's what you just heard. Since day one of Donald Trump's presidency, prices are not down, they're up. Inflation is getting worse, not better. The prices of grocery, gas, housing, eggs, of essentials, it's not getting better, it's getting worse. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has done enough goose eggs to lower prices. Instead, he's pardoned violent criminals who savagely beat police officers
on January 6th.
He's letting Elon Musk take...
Again, there was a lot of implications on the economy, on Elon Musk. You saw the signs, you heard the commentary. But again, like I called out before, Donald Trump really, I don't know if he did this on purpose or it was just an act of God. He really did not even focus on Elon Musk. So all of the banter and all of the hate was almost for nothing because, again, Elon Musk only got maybe, 1% of the spotlight when you look at the grand scheme of things with the entirety of this speech.
Meanwhile, check this dude out. He's competing as a woman. He's a woman. He's transition. He's a woman. Trans women are women. Why can't you understand that? Look. Shit. The hips never lie. You mean what hips? That's what I'm saying. Hips never lie. There's no hips on that woman right there. Yes. You can take the skinniest woman, no butt at all. She always has hips. Yeah, she'll still have hips. Yeah. Hey, so they interviewed this dude after they won. Hey, can you please stop? It's a
Here with A.B. Hernandez of Rupa Valley High School.
Cute chick, huh? Man, come on.
School, amazing. 3 wins today. What was the SMR?
SMR, long, triple, and then I have high later.
And you still got the high jump. Amazing performances so far. How are you feeling just about how the day went today at the Ontario Relays?
Yeah, this is going on in California. Even though Trump signed an executive order, you should take all their funding. Well, I don't know.
Very excited. I don't know.
Cut it off. I need King Trump to step up to the table and take his throne like a real king. He need to end this.